Hello everybody and just here and welcome back to Arifureta. The OVAs, something I completely forgot about, no, not even, something I didn't even know existed until some people told me that it does and that there are already like two of those OVAs out. So that's what we're gonna be watching today. I don't know what it's gonna be about. Just so we are like completely clear, I have no expectations whatsoever. It might be fan servicey. Then again, the whole series is. The OVAs might be explicitly fan servicey, and by explicitly I don't mean naked booba. I mean like pure unadulterated fan service, like a beach episode or I don't know, the summer festival or stuff like that. That usually is associated with with OVAs or with fan servicey episodes, because or or it could actually continue from the main story. I don't know. I'm not sure. I genuinely have no clue where it's going to go. I'm gonna have to look up one thing real quick. Is the third season, maybe, perchance, has it been announced? I don't think it has. But maybe it's... Okay, it's confirmed. Apparently. Yeah, it's confirmed. Do we have a date, though? Not yet aired, not yet aired, episodes unknown, premiered, question mark, producers overlap, studio as read. We don't have any dates, but I see the discussion on my animalist forums is I'm not dreading this show anymore. Yeah, expected. It was expected that there will be a third season. Okay, so not like an expected date or anything. Mm-hmm. Okay, season 3 will probably cover volumes 7 and 8 of the light novel. I don't know what's contained within those volumes because I haven't read the light novel, but hey, if people are hyped, then I'm hyped as well. I love Arifureta. Genuinely one of the best isekais. First season, not so much, although I should say the contents of the first season were cool, the execution, not so much. Second season, much better. If they continue that trend, the third season is gonna be just kiss. But yeah, before third season arrives, we have those two OVAs to watch. Each of them is like 19 minutes, not even full 24. I might do both today. We'll see. We'll see about that. Maybe if I get some caffeine into my system, I'm gonna be able to get all two of them out at the same time. But right now, you're gonna need your subs to sync up your own copy. I'm gonna need my sound to hear what's going on, and I'm also gonna have to ask you for your support. Support the channel monetarily, Patreon, Throne. If you don't want to pay, just share my content, spread the word. That really does help a lot. But hey, if you do decide to throw me a buck or two, you will be able to watch things like Arifureta OVAs a little bit early, or other non-seasonal stuff of this kind. And with all of that shilling out of the way, we can start watching the first OVA of Arifureta. What's the full title? Arifureta Shokugyou de Sekai Saikyou Season 2 OVA P1. That's the full title. Version by subs, please, as usual. And we will start it in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so That's right where we left off. Almost. Because I think in episode 13 of the main series they left. So it's happening slightly before the finale, or... Oh, Myuu is a big girl now. She has a duty. Yeah, it's not about playtime, it's about duty. Okay, we're not going for any new opening or anything. I mean, sure, this one works, so I don't mind it whatsoever. I'm gonna have to rewatch this series one day. If you know somebody who does good reaction content and has Arifureta in their on their channel, do let me know. I'm gonna have to check that out. Okay, that's better. Wait, are those bits new? They are new. Those things weren't there in the opening. Are those shots from the OVA? Are those things to be expected from those OVAs? Or is it an early glimpse at season 3, or what's going on there? I don't remember Myuu's mother fighting, for example. The Miraculous meeting and a phantasmagorical something. Straight up with the ara ara. Perhaps one day. Treasure in Erisen? Well, we still have the 7th one, don't we? Reality is always real. You're not wrong here. Yeah, still one left. Shining Sea, like glowing jellyfish, like in Stardew Valley or something. I love their dynamics. Honestly, probably a team like an isekai harem team with the best dynamics. I've read many harem isekais. I've watched many harem isekais. This one like takes the cake. Ooh, hit him with the Anata. You're gonna be made into sashimi this night. Pirates? Also, I love how they're using the deck of their submarine to just host a barbecue. I mean, they're using it for many other things, but in general, I really do like how they're using the top deck. It's like a ship, but swims in the air. What? Oh. Yeah, that kind of fly. Okay, so that happened off camera. Gotcha, 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 gotcha. No, she's just a Vaporeon. The ears are similar. I mean, figurines. Oh, I read it incorrectly, and instead of impregnable, I thought it said Remya the whatchamacallit? Impreg impregnable as in impregnate you know, impregnation. Ara. As in pregnancy. That's what I wanted to say. I'm missing words today a lot. Well, no, actually, not a lot. I think that was the first word that I was missing today. And I recorded Madoka Magica. And that series usually takes its toll on me. Nope. If you're sleepy, go to bed. I'm staying. Yeah, sorry. Kinda, sorta. She's attached. I mean, yeah. Hit her with the moon is pretty tonight. Oh, the sea. That's better. Oh no, something sinister is afoot. Mist? Is it the pirates that we've seen? Like a flying Dutchman? Oh, a flying whale. The most common flying animal in fantasy series. What's that? A tornado? You can communicate with sea creatures, I'm assuming? Well, it's looking an awful lot sinister for something that wants help. Oh, are those pirates like whaler men? They want to catch that whale. And the whale is asking for help. And they've been isekai'd. We're on the second level of an isekai now. Dead City, Atlantis? Atlantis-ish location. Okay, so some time has passed since her feet are so beaten up. That's a CG monster. It's like a Walmart Einzelgaun. And here comes Hajime. Here she is. In some different location. Might be worth it giving everybody like essentially an air tag or something. Some magical way of like finding each other. Because it's not the first time that they've split as a team. Knowing where everybody is at all times would be beneficial. Oh, that was a cool effect in my headphones. Also, she can speak English. Big shadow. Fuck kind of a big shadow. Oh, the whale? Sumanai? Sumanai. Sumanai? Oh, no. Timey-wimey shenanigans? Yeah, I have no clue what's going on. One thing for sure, this OVA seems to be nothing like what I would have predicted. Absolutely nothing. I mean, that's the shortest route. Yeah. I mean, can't you, like, shoot a flare into the sky or something? And she has a voice in her head to guide her. Okay, I actually like it. I do like their dynamic. she didn't like immediately fall in love with Hajime or whatever. She's just doing it for her daughter, pretending to be one happy family. She does like Hajime, probably, but okay. All the Anata and all that jazz is just for show, for Myuu. That's cool. That's genuinely cool. I like it. I do not like the CG though. Oh, hello, Mr. Whale. White Whale, Moby Dick? Oh, I thought for a moment it's gonna transform and it's gonna be another anime waifu. Okay, each attack makes it grow smaller. Yeah, nowhere to run. Tio? Someone else ex machina? And so they will. Whomst. Another mare girl? Myuu and Myuu des. And you are? Meiru Melusine. The Melusine, the thing? Ruins of Melusine? Is she one of the... what were they called? The dudes who built the ruins, the labyrinths. Seems it might be the case. And this looks like a whole bunch of spoilers. I'm just gonna block it out. Because it really just looks like a metric fuckton of spoilers. Why would you do that? Like, genuinely, why the fuck would you do that? Some random scenes in the opening, like, that's fine. I grew used to that. But showing just cuts from the anime in the ending, like full-on scenes. What the actual fuck? Okay, are we done? Okay, we're done. What the fuck's wrong with the spoilers? Jesus. Okay, barring the spoilers, how about we now go through it again? Shall we? So yeah, I immediately assume the OVA will be just purely haha fun service, swimsuits, hot springs kind of deal, because that's most of the time what OVAs are, but it seems like we are actually telling a story here. Now I can't help to wonder what kind of a story is that. Is it something that actually happened in the light novels and just wasn't covered in the main series, but they wanted to cover it, so they're using the OVAs for that? Is it anime original story? Is it something that happened in, I don't know, manga spin-off or some other auxiliary source material? I don't know. So tell me about it. Tell me, where does this story come from? And where exactly is it located on the timeline? Because I don't know if it's before the finale or after the finale. And yeah, those are shots from, not from the original opening. Those are all shots taken from the OVA, I'm assuming. This dude is also one of the Labyrinth creators, isn't he? He's the one. He's the first one, right? Yeah. He's the hologram that Hajime saw in the first season when he found the first ruin. That was him, and this is Mulezine, or whatever her name is. So she's from another labyrinth. This dude, I'm assuming, created another one. And she created another. That's not the one who fought them as a golem, is she? She might be, or maybe it's someone else completely. I don't know. What I do know is that... Holy fuck, spoilers. Jesus. Again, the opening I'm used to, but... Fuck, man. Okay. Yeah, pretending to be one happy family. We know the dynamic between all of them. And they're apparently looking for some treasure hidden when Erisen was built. And we're looking for the 7th one. Shining Will of the Sea. The whale is glowing. Could the whale be the 7th secret? Probably. Can go within the morning, but I'll be available in the afternoon and stay overnight at the sea. Yeah, looking and waiting. Sleep over adventure. And Remia is coming along and playing pretend, essentially, as we learned later, to be like a family, like a proper couple for the sake of Myuu, so that she has the feeling that she has both parents, essentially. Because it would be odd if her parents, or who she deems her father and her birth mother, were acting like complete strangers. Although, I'm not sure, honestly. I think Myuu would understand. I don't think Myuu would be particularly taken aback by Remia and Hajime just starting out as friends. But yeah, of course, Remia wants the best for her daughter, because of course she does. And they're eating grilled fish with bread, some clams, some more fish, and some shrimp on the table as well. And those seem to be the 4... what were they called? Not revenants. Mavericks. Maverick is the term. They do look like the Mavericks, but I'm not entirely sure. They're supposed to be dead. Like dead, aren't they? Conveniently, airship isn't ready. And the people who are following them, and Hajime, of course, blew them away. And then everybody died as they hit land, falling from 2 kilometers up. There's a great skit. Don't remember the name of the channel, but you're probably familiar with it. Where Team Rocket blasting up again. Turns out Jessie fucking died because she fell on her head. And yeah, she's dead. It's not funny. She actually fucking died. Very much reminds me of this. Remy and me are loved. Yeah, of course. Of course they are. I mean, a lonely MILF in your area, who wouldn't be, like, checking their map of local MILFs? I don't know where I was trying to go with it. Remy is a beastman, but she's quite popular. Yeah, she's popular because she looks like a Vaporeon. Simple. And everybody knows that Vaporeons are the most compatible with humans. It meets a lot of people through work. Where does she work, though? Okay, she's tasked with making connections between the merfolk and the officials from the kingdom. Yeah. One Remya-chan per household. I'm assuming, like, figurines. Probably. Remya the Impregnable. Yeah, my first reading of that was impregnation. Am I using the word correctly? See, this is the issue with not being a native speaker. I can never be 100, or, well, 99% of the time I can be perfectly confident in what I'm saying, but impregnation, yeah, that's the correct term. Impregnation as in fertilization, insemination. That's what I meant here. Impregnable as in, breedable. That was my first reading on that. Myuu, you learned some big words. Yeah, yeah, she did. Right, that was the first, like, giveaway that she's probably not going after Hajime, but she has to play that up for Myuu, that haha, maybe I am, maybe I'm not. Yes, and too. Yeah, everybody's thirsty for Hajime. The only one, like, character missing in Hajime's harem is some kind of a male. Like, it would be cool to see some male representation in Hajime's harem. Kind of like, what was the character in Nyarko-san Hastur? Yeah, it would, like, round out the cast perfectly well. But, I mean, his harem is big as it is, so maybe it does have a space for a single person. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Our last adventure would end right away. And yeah, something bad is happening. Mist, clouds, whale. And the whale needs help. Needs help with what? Well, as we later learn, it needs help with bringing two people from separate timelines or whatever timey-wimey bullshit. I wonder what's that gonna be about. I love the design of the city. Yeah, it looks ruined, but ruined in the way that a shipwreck is. It's not underwater, but it really does give me shipwreck vibes. Those random, like, missing chunks and corrosion everywhere in particular. Yeah. Completely dead, completely deserted, with just some ash floating in the air. And bad CG monsters. Bad CG, bad monsters, should I be? I should be more precise. Animated on twos. So nothing wrong with that. Why does it look so distinctly CG, though? Probably the flowing fabric. Flowing fabric gradients. Although this switch between those two frames is very distinctly 2D. Right? This is the way it would be animated in 2D. A transition in the span of a single frame. It's the movements mostly, I think, and the lighting. like the lighting on its shoulder. The hands are kind of whatever. Shouldn't have this one of the hands. It's left hand, the one on the left side of the screen, shouldn't have this highlight on the knuckles, and there's a lot of like gradient lighting on the cloak and on the inside of the cowl. Although they did one cool thing, the outline colors are white, because that's what you do in anime when you have dark colors. Someone has dark hair or dark clothes. The line art is done with a lighter color instead of darker one. So yeah, their shader for this CG model does take care of little bits of details like that, but ultimately, as 99.9% of all CG in anime, kind of fucking fails in the end. And this just looks like a clay figurine. Reminds me a lot of Panty and Stockings. That one monster that was turned... I think they did it for multiple monsters. They would make the model of the monster out of clay and place like an explosive charge inside, and they would blow it up, and that would be the death scene of the monster. Really reminds me of that. It really looks like claymation thing. There's a lot of texture on the shoulders. And it dissolves into fragments, into wisps. Okay, whatever. Looking for Myuu. Many more CG monsters. And Myuu is making friends with the whale. Child of the sea. Go to your brethren, go to the strong, child of the sea. I seek a creator, one that leaves behind a proof of time. Two people from different times, but at the same place. Mavericks and them? Maybe? Bring them to me, those who are on par with the master. Who is your master, though? Mom and me. I don't know how you came to that conclusion, but sure, maybe. Center of the ruined city, yeah. Let's destroy the surroundings, or just use a flare gun. That seems like a much easier thing to do, but sure. Why are you saying that without Myuu around? Yeah, it's all for Myuu. Makes sense. More bad CG. I think it's those tiny highlights that are really showing its CG, and the subtle gradients. Gradients most of all, probably. See, when it's zoomed out, it doesn't look that bad because you can see the gradient. It's just a mass of the same color, so it actually looks fine. But when they start closing up on it and animating it, not the best. And the whale can help her, but as it uses its powers, it shrinks down. Thankfully, we have Myuu, or whatever her name was. Also, why did this whale not only change the size, but also the looks? Probably to look more like a mascot and fit the art style a little bit more and fit Myuu a little bit more and be just cuter in general. It's kind of weird that it did. thought there's storm outside, but no, it's just that rain. Myuu Melusin, captain of the pirate gang. And now we're entering spoiler territory, so I'm gonna stop it right here. I'm gonna want to look up some things. First and foremost, how many OVAs are there? My anime list, I will do. OVA, okay, so there's OVA 1. Oh, OVA 40 minutes, so it's supposed to be like a single episode, but it's been split into 2. For some reason. Sure. Okay. I wanted to check out voice actor for the whale, but it doesn't seem like it's listed, at least not on Mal. There's voice for Melusin, Saito Chiwa. Yeah, Saito Chiwa, Chiwa Saito. The voice of Homura. Okay. The voice of Homura from Madoka Magica, if you didn't know that series and that character, although who wouldn't? Someone in Mahokaku no Retto, say in World Witches, Fate Grand Carnival, Strike Witches, Road to Berlin, Francesca Luccini. What else? Kingdom Ikitozen, Senaran Kagura Imu, Hisomaso Moriyama, Shirke in Berserk, Maho no Tsuiso, Chloe in Fate Kaleiдлiner, Prisma Ilia 3-Ray, Aoi in Danganronpa, Senjo Gahara in Koyomi History. That's Berserk. Akatsuki no Yona in Akatsuki no Yona. Nancy Lee from Ninja Slayer. Inagami from Gugureko Kuri-san. Wait, Inugami? Interesting. Frederica in Hitsugi no Chaika. Frederica and Dominika Skoda. And some minor roles in Log Horizon. Senjo Gahara in Monogatari. Homura. Senjo Gahara. Satomi Ishihara in Plastic Nessan and Cindy. And Chihiro Uomi. No, that's Seitokai Yakimundo. Yakuindomo. Seitokai Yakuindomo. Chihiro Umi and Chiri Nakazato. Miku Sugisaki from Mitsudomo. Okay, I did not expect the voice actress of Homura to appear in this series. But yeah, she did. Yeah. And the rest is spoiler territory, as I said. They split this OVA into 2. Instead of making like a 40-minute movie, it's 2 OVAs, so I'm gonna split my video as well. And I'm gonna record the second one. Probably right now. Why wait, right? So far, it really surprised me. Arifureta is the series that I would expect to give us like a very light-hearted OVA, like genuinely just some hot springs resort, just some beach episode, just some fucking around and not doing anything like important. Just some fun summary of the series, perhaps even an anime original, like completely and utterly. And here we are, actually having some story. Not just some story, but also character growth. It seems not so much as an OVA to me as story that they wanted to adapt but didn't have the time. Story that isn't all that important in the grand scheme of things, perhaps, but they wanted to have it, they wanted to include it. Or perhaps it happens after the finale of the series, or right before. They just like skipped it to get the finale, to get the closing. And yeah, I think it's for time constraints reasons. Instead of making Arifureta season 2 have like 14 episodes or 15 episodes, which is fairly unheard of in the world of anime, they opted for an OVA instead. Cool. I really was expecting something just whatever, mostly, but it seems like I'm gonna get a little bit more of the Arifureta goodness straight into my veins, and that's gonna keep me up until season 3 arrives one day eventually. Yeah, I'm not gonna be talking much more about it because there's a second part of it, and I think I'm gonna spend more time talking about the OVA as a whole in that second video. So be on the lookout for that. I might release both at the same time. I might release them like week after week. We'll see. We'll see. Right now, leave me a comment down below. What did you think of this episode? My reaction, my theories, stuff like that. Is it a story that actually comes from the source material? Is it the anime original? Where is it located in the story? I don't know. You read the light novel, not me, so tell me where it comes from. Like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it, but tell me why so I can improve. Subscribe to the channel to be notified of future releases, like perhaps the second OVA of Arifureta or third season whenever it comes out, but also more current series like Madoka Magica, like Symphogear Axis, like the Sword Isekai, Novice Alchemist, and Gundam Witch from Mercury, and I'm also gonna be watching, maybe if time allows, Eminence in the Shadow and the Akiba Maid. Although that one is kind of iffy with copyright, so I might figure out some other way to record it. Maybe in the next season, maybe I'm gonna post it like straight to Patreon at like $1 tier, the lowest I can. We'll see. Yeah, subscribe, click the bell, all that jazz. You can support the channel if you want monetarily. Thrown Patreon links in the description. On Patreon for $10 a month, you can get early access to non-seasonals like Arifureta, like Madoka Magica, like Symphogear, and other non-seasonals that might be coming. And for just $1, you get a place in the credits, and you also get a role on my Discord server. So that's also something. On Throne, you can pitch indirectly towards my purchase of better lighting, better camera, stuff like that. And if you don't want to spend any money but still want to help the channel, sharing my content, spreading the word, that really does help a lot. Over 5% of you comes here from Reddit, for example. And now with that, that's gonna be it from me for today. I'm gonna start recording the second part of the OVA. So, yeah, that's gonna be it from me for today. So as always, you guys do all the good stuff, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Cheers! And here's the credits I mentioned. You can be one of those people if only you so desire.